Welcome back everyone. This is week 2 of my London Marathon prep, part of the Muscle versus Marathon series. This week was a proper step forward, not just in numbers, but in rhythm, routine, and mindset. Monday kicked off at 4 a.m. My first run after a full week of post-race Leicester half marathon. It was raining, it was dark, and I had a floodlight strapped to my head like some sort of midnight miner. But honestly, I was excited. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I was excited. I had new trainers, a fresh start, and that feeling of, let's go. The run itself felt comfortable, smoother than I actually expected after having a week off. But I realized something really, really important. As much as I love those early sessions, getting up at 4 a.m., running, showering, eating, and being at work by 5:30 a.m., it's tight, really, really tight. And I didn't realize that when I first set out what I was going to do. So that's something I'll need to rethink moving forward. The willpower is definitely there, but the logistics just need a bit of tweaking so I can make this work. Midweek was my progression run, and I decided to do this on my treadmill, mainly just to control the pacing, which makes it a lot easier on the treadmill than when we are running on the road. And it kind of fit better around the morning rush because I was at home, easier to just get the timings done, get upstairs, have a shower, eat, and leave. But I messed up a little bit. I used the runner app on my phone instead of my watch. Typically I use my watch when I go outside. And halfway through, accidentally, I skipped a part of the session, which then means I can't go back, which is something on the runner app that I don't really like. So instead of doing the full workout, I ended up cutting it short by mistake. And as I said, I'm going to be very open with you guys and tell you exactly what's going on. Friday was the game changer. I worked from 6 in the morning until midday. Then I went straight out for my 8.5 mile long run. And honestly, it was by far the best I have ever felt on a run. The route was beautiful. I didn't realize Leicester had some beautiful parts like it does. The pace was steady, and halfway through, I actually caught myself thinking, I can't believe I'm actually enjoying this. Am I really even saying that? That was the first time running that just felt right for me. First time ever in 5 months. For so long, running has been something I tolerated, hated, very similar words. Something I had to just get through. I've dedicated myself to this, I have to do it. But this run flipped that on its head. For the first time, I wasn't forcing it, I was just flowing with it. Now let's talk numbers. All here on the board. Sleep, 7 hours and 34 minutes, up slightly from the previous week. Deep sleep, 1 hour and 28. REM, 1 hour and 33. Heart rate variability up from 37 to 37 from 34. Resting heart rate down to 50 from 51. Steps up to almost 12,000 a day from 7,444 last week. Again, I didn't run last week. That's the reason why. All training in the way that I want them to go. So in terms of nutrition, stayed pretty consistent. Calories 2,655, protein 199, carbs 310, fats and fiber 69 fats, 44 fiber. Weight again steady, 65.6, 65.3 the previous week. So I'm feeling enough without trying to overshoot and gain weight, which is what I don't want to do. So overall, the red stuff is what I did this week. The black stuff was what I did last week. Just give you a bit of an overview of how things are going for me. So you've got the activity over there. You can take a screenshot of this if you want to. Activity here, week 2, red bits, what I did this week and the previous week. So overall, very consistent, apart from the steps where obviously I didn't do the runs last week. That had a bit of an impact. Aside from that, pretty consistent. You could say my calories were a little bit less here, and they were. It wasn't intentional. I eat around between normally 2,800 and 3,000. I was around just under the 2,700. But over the month, I will make sure that I get a minimum 2,800 on average for the month. So week 1-2 was all about finding the rhythm. I'm still kind of refining the logistics with my runs first thing in the morning. we'll see how this goes now. I've got an idea for this week of what I'm going to do, but something shifted this week for sure. The running started to feel a little bit more natural. The training, the recovery, and the mindset all started to align nicely with the running, which is so important. So if week 1 was about restarting, week 2 was about believing. Believing I can actually run a 26-mile marathon and trying to enjoy the process along the way. Next week, mileage goes up a little bit, recovery. I really want to get that tighter if I can, even more, and try to not make mistakes on the app like I did this week. And so guys, this is muscle versus marathon, where I am trying to build or maintain strength, definitely build endurance, and definitely build resilience in equal measure. So let's keep going. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Please donate to the British Heart Foundation. What this is all about that. And comment for the algorithm. I'll see you on the next one.